Ricky Carmichael getting ready. Boy, he looked fast in qualifying. As we look at the back of Scotty Sheak, getting his last second instructions before putting on the goggles.
And I've noticed something too, that unlike most of the races, especially with a long start, and the gate's pretty fair in terms of the guy from the inside and the guy from the outside, the distance to the first corner, but all the heavy favorites have lined up to the inside of the starter's box. In fact, it goes Sheak, and then you've got Carmichael and Ferry. All those guys lined up to the far inside because that first corner is so wide. The guys that hole shot and drift wide get taken out by the guys on the inside.
There's Tim Ferry and his mechanic Lee McCullum.
Big deep breath. No matter how long you race, you still, I get nervous up here, dang it. I wish I could get over that.
If you were in Ferry's position, Ferry has not won a 125 race this year, but he's leading in points. You'd be racing Roncada, not whoever is out in the lead, wouldn't you?
I'm strictly racing for the title, and if that means I got to get a fourth, I'm getting a fourth. I don't want to be proud and try to win it. We've seen that backfire before. The one that's probably the most famous, of course, it happened outdoors. Rick Johnson lost the 250 title in 1982 trying to win races.
We're just a few seconds away from seeing who wins the 500 Hole Shot Award. 1/900 Pro Race Hole Shot Award. Will it be number 22, Tim Ferry, as they start to rev up? Our 125 main event is now underway. Oh, Ferry got a decent start. He's to the inside. Ferry cuts across the line first, but taking the lead is Jeff DeMint, number 50. Ferry, number 22, to his outside. Ferry now moves into the lead in the whoop section with DeMint right behind him.
Ferry doing a good job of closing out Carmichael going down the start chute. Carmichael had nowhere to go. He was right behind him in that first corner, but couldn't stay with him. Now he's back there battling.
Carmichael having a battle with Jimmy Neese, and Carmichael now and Neese side by side. Neese number 85, Carmichael number 70. Carmichael coming off the hill out of the stands. He's got Jeff DeMint, number 50 from Humboldt, Texas, right in front of him as Tim Ferry tries to draw a lead. Look at that leap. Oh, my goodness. Carmichael.
I told you, keep your eyes on this kid.
Carmichael's in trouble. He hits the hay bale. So once again, being a little over-anxious, maybe.
No, way too over-anxious.
He still has time to win the race, however.
He's still got time, but that's if Ferry beats him, then that eliminates Carmichael from the title chance. So right there, maybe a little bit too over-anxious. Here's another look. Carmichael was laid over a little bit too far as he tried to go for that double. He didn't make it over all the way, and it just washed out underneath him. Now Ferry's got a great lead, and he's got none of his contenders anywhere close.
And Carmichael in 13th is trying to wade through traffic. Okay, Tim Ferry out in front.
Here comes Sheak. Sheak getting through that whoop section past DeMint.
Deegan's pushing his bike off the track.
He lost the chain right there. You can see there's no chain on the sprockets.
Unfortunate because he's getting a lot of experience on the track racing in another division. Scotty Sheak in third place now, trying to put the move on Jimmy Neese, number 85. Here's our leader, number 22, Tim Ferry, the points leader. He's looking for a win.
This is what he needed, just a little break to make this seem a little easier than it's been for him. He's had to fight and scrap and get physical with John Dowd. He said, I don't care, whatever it takes to win the title. Well, now it's a lot easier for him. Nice lead.
Roncada was way back, and now he is moving up through the riders. He's just past number 50, DeMint. You see, number 112, Roncada, is the only one really with a chance here tonight to hold on to any title hopes.
There goes Sheak into second.
He's taking Jimmy Neese, number 85. The battle is on. Sheak had kind of a tough time of it in practice today.
He muscled his way through that whoop section.
Let's go down to Marty Reed.
Down here with a very disappointed Brian Deegan. Brian, that we noticed that the chain came off, and it defeats the purpose of why you came out here, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. I was up there up front, felt good tonight. Chain broke, and just pretty much ends your night. There's nothing else you can do.
Sorry to see you out.
A 6-second lead for Tim Ferry.
This is going to be a great battle, though, between Sheak and Roncada. I have a feeling, sandwiching Jimmy Neese in there.
Here's our field summary, brought to you by Suzuki. Ferry and Sheak 1 and 2 as Sheak now starting to pick up some time on Tim Ferry.
Well, Ferry will ride fantastic. We'll see him ride great. There goes Roncada around Nice into third. So
Roncada looks so strong and so smooth in the earlier rounds. We'll be right back with more exciting 125 action when we return to the Silverdome. Well, we just heard from the trainer, Gary Semix, of number 112, Stefan Roncada. He also trains, of course, Jeremy McGrath and Ezra Lusk coming up with the 250 main just around the corner.
I think Gary may know something about his physical training program and know that he should be able to go the distance in this race, charge as hard as he can the whole way. And, of course, that's always a big plus at the end when you're the most tired and you're thinking sometimes disrupted by how tired you are.
Carmichael some 17 seconds behind our leader on the Suzuki Field Summary.
These guys are both inching up just a little bit each lap on Ferry. Shaping up to be a great three-way battle, and especially with the title on the line between Roncada and Ferry, it's going to get interesting.
We've had some wonderful 125 races this year, David Bailey, despite the fact that John Dowd is not running here today because of injury.
It's amazing to lose a guy like that, and you still get a great race.
Tim Ferry, Scott Sheak, Stefan Roncada.
There's enough depth this season in both classes. There goes, looks like Roncada had a line up the inside. These guys aren't able to do the triple this time, so that's going to help Ferry pull away a little bit.
Jimmy Nice still in fourth.
All the ruts in the corners and through the whoops are getting deeper and deeper. Look at the ruts in this section here. That's why the guys are starting to come out of the corner and favor the left. Not only does it set them up better for that ride right there, but they can stay out of some of those deeper ruts. They're everywhere. They're in this whoop section, too. You just can't see them because they're coming towards us. That's what makes it so tough.
Getting around the lapper, Jeremy Buell, number 90. Are the potential podium winners. But the real battle is right here for second place between the Hondas.
Scott Sheak's putting in a great ride. Roncada's coming off the win. Sheak has struggled just a little bit, and he's definitely had the pressure for 4 or 5 laps now, and not bothering him any at all. Now he's even closer to Ferry.
Look out. Sheak and Roncada have cut Ferry's lead down to 3 seconds, despite the battle between bikes.
I think I've seen this happen to Ferry before. In fact, I saw it here last year. If I remember right, last year, the year before with Ferry, he just a couple of laps during the race. I don't know what he was thinking. He lost a huge amount of time, and then from there on out, he had to ride defensive. The race just fell apart.
Down to a 2-second lead for Tim Ferry with 8 laps to go. We're going to have a great finish. We know one thing for sure. We're going to go right down to the wire to the final race of the 125 season in Charlotte before we can crown a champion.
What I think may be happening to Ferry is his arms are pumping up to that whoop section where you really got to use your arms, pick your line, and fight the bike not only up and down but side to side. He's really going slow through there now.
What's happening to Tim Ferry? Let's go to Marty Reed.
Well, we're down here looking alongside with Lee McCullum, and he's telling his man to breathe, and he's a little too busy to talk right now. Wait till he goes by this time. He's coming around the last corner. Then he'll give the signal, and he's got a battle on his hands.
Scott Sheak to the outside. Can he get around? He's going to try to cut inside, but Ferry protects his line. Here's the battle. Scotty Sheak. Oh, my goodness. Scott Sheak his first lead.
Something's wrong with Ferry, definitely. It's been happening for about 3 laps now. I think his arms, that's all I can see is his arms got to be pumped up. And for anybody that doesn't know what that feels like, well, believe me, he wants to go a lot faster than he's going right now and win his first title. But there's nothing he can do. His arms are totally numb. You can't feel the clutch, can't work the throttle right, and these guys are gobbling him up right now.
Roncada really has him in his sights right now.
It's nerves, too, that enhance that arm pump whole process. The more nervous you get, the more uncomfortable you are out there, the more you're out of your rhythm and holding on different, tighter, and that's what caused him to pump up. Now he's got pressure. That makes you more nervous. Now he knows the title. These are points he's going to lose. It's an uncomfortable. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now.
Okay, let's go to Marty Reed.
Well, we're down here again in the mechanics area. Sean Persinger is telling his man, go get Ferry. He wants that position. Sean, you got to be happy right now. He's charging real well.
Yeah, he's got a good pace, but he needs to get by Ferry because Sheak's going to get away if he's not. Yeah, he's going to get him right now. So I don't know what Timmy's problem is right now. He looks like he's making a few mistakes, like he's getting tired. And I think we got 6 laps left to go, so there's still time to win it, to get Sheak. So hopefully
his face, guys. He knows he's got a shot.
Oh, it's another commercial for Gary Semik's training program right here. What a 125 championship on the line. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Art Ekman, David Bailey, Marty Reed from the Silverdome. Scott Sheak, our leader, is down. Roncada breezes by him. Oh, what a bad break as he leaned into that hay bale.
Well, the faster liners that jump those 3 jumps going into the corner, go wide, then go for the double. He was going for the inside, leaned a little bit too much, went right into the hay bale. Watch this. He starts leaning into the corner. It's a little bit too quick. Right into the hay bale.
Oh, and those true farm boys, after that cover comes off, will tell you that's not a hay bale at all. That's a straw bale. Hails from grass. They feed cattle with that.
I don't think Sheik cares what you call it. It was just in the way.
Roncada, our leader right now. Can he win his second in a row on that Honda of Troy machine? Ferry is now in second place, number 22, with Sheik up and running, number 29.
Well, here's what could potentially happen, which would be devastating for Ferry right now in terms of the points. Sheik wasn't bothered too much by that crash. He still looks the strongest of the 3 guys. I think he's got time enough to catch Ferry, and that would drop him back, give a 5-point lead to Roncada.
3 seconds behind Tim Ferry is Scott Sheak. Ferry is fighting for his title.
Well, he got a great second opportunity. He got that in Daytona when Dowd went off the track or made a mistake, but he was still able to regain his composure. And Sheik in the same place again.
There you see, don't quit.
In the same corner, he just fell down. He ran into the hay bale again. That's why his mechanic was out there waiting to give him the board. It took him a little longer to get there.
Number 112, Stefan Roncada.
This guy sure looked good in his heat race earlier.
He's looking forward to possibly his 4th podium appearance in his rookie year. There you see Jimmy Neese, number 85.
Put together a fine ride. Now he's going to have the task of trying to hold off Carmichael, who's coming up behind him. That's going to be a great battle here in a moment.
Well, it looks a little bit like all these 125 riders are getting a little tired. Could it be this taxing course for a 125 bike? You got to really push it around on this track.
It's a lot tougher. It's not so much tougher just for the 125. It's tough for everybody. You heard Larry Ward saying how he was glad to be in the semi because the track is tough. It's sticky. You get a little bit too much traction here and there, and other places you don't need the brakes like you normally do, and the ruts are getting worse and worse.
7-second lead for Stefan Roncada. Looking back to 4th, Jimmy Neese, and here comes Ricky Carmichael. Ricky Carmichael does the double-triple. Can he catch Jimmy Neese as they head around through the mechanics area?
At the pace that he caught Neese, it seems inevitable, and there he goes over the triple.
Please send money. Ricky Carmichael really doing a great job getting back up there. Taking a look at the Honda stopwatch, our leader Roncada goes through the whoops. Here comes Ferry. We'll get an indication anyway as Ferry slows down to about a 7.5-second deficit, and Sheak is back at about 11. But here comes Ricky Carmichael. Look out. So he's got 3 laps to go to pick up 17 seconds.
And Neese having all kinds of trouble through that section. All these guys to ride they're all getting pretty tired. It looks like out front Roncada has settled into a pace that he doesn't look like he's tired, but believe me, he's saving energy out there.
Well, he's got such a fine lead, he's not going to take any chances.
He's just really adjusted his pace, so it's something he can run comfortably, and if anybody was to come up and pressure him, he could adjust to that, pick it up just a little bit, but I think these guys are going to be running probably the 104 range just by the looks of it.
Roncada, who convinced his father at a very young age to buy him a bike.
Good idea.
His father really wasn't into racing at all.
Greg Schnell working his way through that portion of the track that goes up in the stands.
107.9.
Yeah, it's a little slower than I thought, but he doesn't have to go any faster than this. He's still maintaining a great lead over Ferry.
2 laps to go.
What I'm wondering is if there's time enough for Carmichael to catch Sheak with 2 laps left. He's still charging.
Sheak's best finish at 3rd place on the season. Bad break and falling down. And right here, Ricky Carmichael, number 70. A guy who never gives up.
Sheak went down. That was Sheak's bike. He
went
fell.
down up on the corner, and Ricky Carmichael has taken over the position. He's now in 3rd.
Well, there was definitely time enough for him to catch him. I just didn't know it was going to be that easy.
The white flag for number 112, Stefan Roncada. 1 lap to go for his second consecutive 125 victory. And it puts him back up into the title chase going into the final race of the season.
If, in fact, Ferry's arms did pump up, and I'm hoping that's what it was, because I don't see any other reason that he would be going as slow as he's been going. Some of the plays, rolling over the jumps, rolling over some of the whoops. Look at him, he doesn't have any strength at all. Maybe that's all just he can't fight the bike with his arms pumped up, but he's put together a pretty strong ride and salvaged this series.
Robbie Horton fans, he's off the track as we take a look at Tim Ferry. And now our leader, Roncada, going up into the stands and coming down the chute.
One more time over the triple.
Steady consistency, smooth riding.
I bet he could get used to this winning stuff.
Well, it's a good target for Carmichael. If I'm going to be a consistent champion, I've got to develop more consistency like this guy right here. He lives about an hour from Nice in the southern France. The checkers for Roncada. Tim Ferry in second.
Still a strong ride for Ferry. I don't know what happened to him, but salvaging his second isn't bad.
And third place will go to Ricky Carmichael. We'll take a look at the top 10, the official results, and some words from the Frenchman when we come back. Some of the action from our 125 main event with Scott Sheak leading the race. Cuts inside on top of the hay bale, and number 112, the steady and smooth and strong Stefan Roncada, goes to his second consecutive victory. Here are the results. Roncada, Ferry, Carmichael. And what a performance by Ferry, coming all the way back into second after really having what we suspect was arm pump. And of course, Marty Reed might be able to check that out when he talks down there on the winner's podium. Let's go to Marty right now with the young man from France and the beautiful smile, Stefan Roncada.
Yeah, let's see if I can do the Marseillaise. Da, 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 da. Hey, congratulations, 2 in a row.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy tonight.
You should be. I mean, this was a tough race.
Yeah, I did a very bad start. I was looking in the race, Ricky far and Sheak far, but you know, it's a race. I come back from far away, and I'm very happy to be first tonight.
Congratulations. Can you go 3 in a row now? Is this a streak that you're going to just keep running?
Maybe, I hope so. I will train and do my best to continue like this.
Taking a look at the Suzuki top 5 point standings, Ferry with the 13-point edge on Stefan Roncada. But what an end to the 125 season for Roncada. The battle for the big money, the 250 points battle between Emming and McGrath, is coming up next.